Some of the greatest drivers in this sport have never won the Daytona 500. Then some people win them in bunches. Is there any way to explain why that happens?
Some of us are luckier than others. I think that's the biggest thing. I always thought that this race was so important and so difficult because you're racing against the very best at their best. You know, the teams have had the most time to prepare for this race. The drivers, everybody's healthy, everybody's excited. So I think that it just makes it more difficult because of all of that. You can't make any mistakes. Just one little mistake costs you an opportunity to do that. And as Tony said earlier in the show, you have to wait 365 days to make that happen again.
Yeah. On top of that, so you got 4 disciplines of racing: short track racing, speedway racing, road course racing, and restrictor plate racing. Of those 4, restrictor plate racing is the most unusual, the most unique, because you don't decelerate and brake into the corner. Having said that, as Dale said, some are good at it, some aren't. I think that it's very difficult to catch up if you don't like this type of racing, and you depend on somebody else typically to do well. That's completely different than how we grew up racing.
Well, you kind of hit the nail on the head right there. You got to have a lot of friends out there to run good in a speedway race. You need a lot of people to help draft with you and stuff like that. You got to have good horsepower. I've had all of that stuff, but I still didn't win, and I tried real hard. I've come close many times here in the 500, and I remember when I got out of the car at the end of 2005, my last year of driving, I got out and I finished 10th, and I went, darn, I felt like I just didn't succeed, in my whole career because I didn't win the 500. It's tough.
Now, this race is tough to win, and yet a lot of people are telling me they think it's going to be harder than ever to win this year. You agree with that?
Ask him. He is the very best here at this place, in my opinion.
I think that this is going to be the most difficult because you have so many variables out here that these teams and drivers are going to have to deal with this weekend. You've got a new racing surface, which has created a new drafting technique, trying to get good partners out there. We've got a new fueling system for the cars. Who's going to make a mistake on pit road that's going to cost them that opportunity? So the drivers and teams, everybody's going to have to be almost flawless here, nearly perfect, if you're going to have a chance to go to victory lane. So I think, yes, there are so many things there. It's going to be the most difficult.
Is coming close but not getting that trophy harder in hindsight as the years have gone by, or was it harder at the time?
No, it's definitely harder where I sit today. And being third in 1997, I thought, I'm going to get another chance at this. I didn't finish better than that, than 1997, so I look back at it and I say, well, that race ended under caution. And as wonderful as it was to finish 1, 2, 3 for Rick Hendrick, who had just been diagnosed with leukemia, the greedy side of the race car drivers says, what if we had finished this race under green? You guys know we might have all 3 ended up on the hook, but we also might be sitting here with a...
There are so many times I've said in my career, what if, man, if I had one more lap or if I'd had a better pit stop. I learned what if is a big word in NASCAR.
Yeah, it doesn't count,
what if,
does it?
Doesn't count.
Somebody's going to win the Daytona 500 on Sunday, and they're going to work awfully hard to do it.